going on, dudes and dudettes? So Keenan Allen finally spoke a little bit more in his press introductory conference for him being a new Bear now, and he pretty much said that he wanted to retire as a Charger, but I think it just wasn't in the books or whatever they say, because they asked him to restructure and he didn't want to. But I don't know if that meant him taking less money now and not getting an extension, or if even an extension on that contract was offered, and he just felt like he had such a great season last year that he should be making not only this money that he had on this contract, but money to be added as well, which is what they would not be able to do at this time, especially because of how old he is already, like what, 32, 33, something like that. So either way, I think it was just time to move on. Pretty much everybody that ended up staying. Mike Williams kind of had no choice because his contract saved a bunch of money as of right now. But both Bosa and Khalil Mack pretty much restructured and saved him about another 20-some-odd $1 million. So they were able to play game, but Keenan obviously did not want to, even though everything seemed good and he felt everything was going in the right direction with Harbaugh now as a head coach. But I guess right now we'll just have to hope that the Chargers still end up playing the NFC. Is it the NFC North? I don't know. I'm not part of that divisional area, so we will see. And I forgot to mention that two teams that were very interested in Keenan Allen were the Jets and Texans, which I'm kind of happy that the Chargers did not trade him there, because it is still an AFC opponent, which is more likely that you're going to end up facing them on a yearly basis, even though they're not in the division. But they probably also weren't giving up really good draft picks. Maybe a fourth-round pick was the highest they were able to get for him from the Bears. So, like I said, we will see. And then a lot of the seedings came out for both the men's and women's side for the March Madness tournament. Duke got a number 4 overall seed, which is a little bit surprising. I thought they would be at least 3 or maybe 2. But yeah, they got the number 4 seed. They're playing against number 13 Vermont, so they should get that win pretty easily. And then I will do like an updated March Madness picks. I think it even sent me an email talking about my percentage last year, and I think for the whole entire tournament I was like 50-something%, like 52 or something around there. So like I always said, if you're going to bet with my numbers, try to bet the opposite, because it seems like at least you'd win a certain amount of half. So it just seems like one day I'll either start off really good in the tournament or start off really bad, and then the next day I'm good or bad. It's always the opposite. So I just end up having a lot of teams that get to the farther rounds, like most of my Sweet 16s teams that I pick, even though I mess up a lot throughout. But I just kind of don't know how that works, but I guess I picked the correct people going as far. But you'll definitely see an updated video at some point with the main men's tournament starting on Thursday. And then, yeah, the Duke women also got a number 7 seed, and I believe they're playing against Richmond. So yeah, good luck to them. A 7 seed is not that bad, but then you're getting to play the number 2 team in that region, so that could be a tough game the next round. So good luck to them. And then the women's USC side, yes, they did get a number 1 seed overall. I think they're in the Portland area, which is kind of weird because they still get to host the first 2 games at the Galen Center here in LA. But I guess within the next, I think the round of 32 or Sweet 16, whatever it is, they might be playing up there, at least still semi on the West Coast. But yeah, overall, not bad to get a number 1 seed and at least avoid Iowa and South Carolina. As of right now, I forget where UConn is, which is another team that I like if I were to be picking and all that stuff for the women's side. I think Yahoo does that now. You can pick women's teams too, so I'll probably be doing that. But yes, good luck to them, and we'll see how they do. And the Chargers signed a veteran linebacker, Denzel Perryman, from the Texans on a 1-year deal. So once again, another 1-year deal. Like I said, they're probably planning more for the future in those free agents, but it's a homecoming because the Chargers did draft him like quite a bit ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. Played 5 seasons with the Chargers, went to Houston, and now he's back. So I think he went to the Raiders too, so it might have been a lot longer ago when they drafted him. But I remember it was a good pick, and he did play well eventually. But yeah, I ended up having to go with a lot of different everything when it comes to head coaching, all that stuff. So at least he's been doing pretty well in Houston, so hopefully he will still continue to do well, at least this one season with the Chargers. And then, yeah, there were a lot of more official visits mentioned, and I think we talked about some of these. And a lot of these I don't really remember, so I'll just go through them quickly to mention them off so I finally get that out of my system. But some of the official visits happening on June 21st to the 23rd. There's a 5-star Elijah Griffin, 4-star Justice Terry, 4-star Isaiah Gibson, 4-star Jared Smith, 4-star Trajan Odom, and a 4-star Brandon Brown. And a lot of these guys are on the defensive line side, whether they're edge or interior. So yeah, they're very talented guys. And even when it came to June, there were a lot of visits. I don't know if these are official or unofficial visits, but a lot of guys are signed up to do that too. So on June 7th to the 9th, they have a 4-star and Antonio Coleman, 4-star Myron Charles, 4-star Malik Altry, 4-star Kevin Otis, and a 4-star Dylan Battle. So yeah, once again, a lot of these guys edge players and defensive linemen. So hopefully, Coach Henderson will be able to put his work on these guys and get them to commit this summer after their June bash or whatever they call it now at USC. And there was another pretty talented guy, 2025 edge player, 4-star, and Damian Shanklin recently put USC in his top 12 as well. So yes, at least we're moving ahead on him. It's the first time I heard of him, so I don't think he's set up an official visit or any type of unofficial visit yet, but hopefully he will soon. And speaking of a couple losing teams that I follow, yes, the Lakers lost the other day against the Golden State 121 to 128, and the Anaheim Ducks lost the St. Louis Blues 2-4. So yeah, it wasn't great overall this weekend for some of my teams, but at least got some word about the tournaments and when it came to Duke men's and the USC women's side, so a little bit more upbeat and happy about that, can't you tell? And then yes, they did an updated version of like what the Chargers have as far as salary cap space, now millions of dollars. And after those restructures and trading away people and letting go people and all that stuff, they have about like $29.1 million, which is like the number 10 highest available among the teams, which is pretty crazy because they were like minus 40 at one point right before free agency, but they definitely moved around like 60 to 70 plus $1 million, which is pretty crazy. But I don't know if this number includes Denzel Perryman's or not, and then how much it is when it comes to the rookie contracts as well. So I don't know how much that will take away from this, but I'm thinking like at least definitely over 15 to 20 million dollars they still have to work with, and there's a lot of very talented free agents still available. I wanted to talk about Jerome Baker, but I think he signed the other day. But there's a handful of guys that I like that are still free agents out there, and hopefully when it comes closer to the draft, they might get a little bit antsy and want to get on a team now before they draft a player at that position. Then they won't have a spot. So hoping to talk about that in a separate free agency video for the Chargers coming up soon for you all. And yes, you can tell behind me that looks a little bit scarce than normal even. Like, I try to do something a little bit different. I did set up the lights and stuff around. I have a column on this side with different things, another column, one of my things, see the lights, and then, yeah, just figuring out some stuff, and pretty much everything that was on the walls is on the bottom, on the floor down there, but yeah, looking to spruce this place up, get it a little bit more organized, and definitely looking a lot better for you all. And yeah, it's less of an eyesore with a little bit of stuff out of place and all that stuff. Be able to see a little bit more whenever people come over and check it out. Thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a good rest of your day.